Okay, welcome back to the Crypto Factor. Welcome back to your favorite cryptopreneurship show. My name is Paul, and today we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin price. We're going to be looking at altcoins. I will be answering your questions in the chat live, but I also have some surprises for you. I have some super surprises for you. It's going to blow your mind. I am going to give you so much value today, so much value during this live stream that it's gonna set you up for success in 2026. And no, this is not a marketing gimmick. No, I'm not gonna sell you anything. No, I'm not gonna ask for your email. No, I'm not gonna give you a webinar. None of that. What I am gonna say is you're gonna be really happy if you watch this live stream. Now, couple of things. Number one, this live stream, we go live on the Crypto Factor every Sunday at 7 o'clock EET time. That's East European time. This is changing. This is changing, hopefully for the better, because we are going to be going live 3 times a week at the very least. That's going to be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So we can talk about the markets on Tuesdays when the markets open and already had a day. It will give us context so I can give you my views on the market, where we're going and so on. So it's a very good day to start, very good day to begin. We're gonna be going on to Thursdays, which is towards the end of the week. So that's also going to show structure going into the weekend and so on, confirmations. And then on Sundays, we're going to have a longer live stream. Again, we're going to be talking about markets. Again, we're going to talk about Bitcoin and so on, but it will be a longer live stream. Now we'll try and add some sort of extra value for you, tips, tricks, and so on. So that is what we're going to be doing. That's going to be the new system moving forward for 2026. Now, this video is sponsored by Elipal Wallets. This is my crypto wallet of choice going into 2026. You can actually see the code over here. You can actually scan this. It's also in the chat. You can check out Elipal. But we're going to be talking about them a little bit later because I am super excited to show you. We're gonna call out. So I'm going to show you how you're going to hold people accountable in this live stream. A lot of creators and so-called technical analysts out there are really gonna hate me. Because you'll see what I'm gonna do. All right, so first of all, let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin and we'll talk about the rest in just a second. Just get rid of that. All right, so this is the Bitcoin price on the 4-hour. This is the Bitcoin price on the 4-hour, and if you remember my last technical analysis, we were saying that we're actually trading in this upper range, this upper middle range of the factor line, which the factor line gave you, and I was saying that we're gonna probably try and break out, and if you remember, I actually drew a line up here, a little bit higher, and I was saying that this is the effective range resistance up here. And the reason I said that was because we were going by the candle tops. And what happened? We actually came up, we met this resistance line, and we rejected. So anybody that says that TA doesn't work, or it's just simply like someone that doesn't understand TA and doesn't understand how to do it properly. Now, the factor line drew a second range for you right here. So the factor line on the 4-hour gave you a second range and actually gave you the top of this range now. So this was confirmed. We got this right. Let me move that out of the way. You can see, there's a new range over here. Let's move that back down. Right here. So it's not exact, but close enough. Now, what I'm seeing here is a rejection a little bit different than last time, because now I am looking at a potential cup and handle right before major resistance. And if this goes up here, if this can actually come up and break this lip, so to speak, on the cup and handle, this is going to be very powerful on the 4-hour. okay? And the factor line already told you to buy right here. When the price rejected and came down here, so this SFP buy right here, the factor line actually told you to buy here. So this is Bitcoin on the 4-hour. It's actually setting up and shaping up exactly like we expected, but I said that altcoins are gonna be very volatile and they're asking for permission from Bitcoin. And we'll look at altcoins in just 1 second. I will be answering your questions in the chat and everything as well. Now, let's quickly go to the daily on Bitcoin, okay? Because we want to see the bigger picture here. And normally you're going to be looking at all time frames, but we're now looking at the basic ones here live as a technical overview, so to speak. Daily. This is very telling because daily confirms this, and you actually see that the rejection came right to the factor line. If you actually have my course, if you took my course and you own the factor line, this was to be expected. This is all in the course, and it's simply working right now. Now, I'm not saying it comes out every single time. I'm not saying it's a definite. It's a probability, and you trade off of probabilities. That's all technical analysis. What I'm saying is that this indicator, if you actually look at the course and not just get the indicator, you have to take the course to understand it. It's golden. That's how we're getting all these great calls on this channel. We built this from ground up based on the way that I trade, okay? Now, let's go back to the chart here. So you can see clearly here that we're trading on the lower range on the daily, and we're trying to break up onto this upper range. This is coming up now on the factor line, right? So what we were talking about is actually coming into fruition. We need to break this upper range over here. Another notable concept here, another notable factor is that the trend stacker is now neutral on the daily. It was down here, it started moving up, and it's neutral on the daily. So we may be heading for a great move here. Now, of course, if it breaks up, what we've been saying for a while is, yes, altcoins might run with this, but make sure we don't have a topping formation somewhere around this level, which is the extension of this upper range, of course. Oops, sorry about that. And also, and I'm just marking this, I'm eyeballing this, of course, up here, that's the resistance range, just like the resistance range we saw in the 4-hour earlier, okay? So now, if you look at this resistance range over here, this is what I'm talking about, the rally I'm expecting. Let's see if this actually breaks out, because if this breaks out, then you're gonna get, at the very most probable scenario, that relief rally, dead cat bounce potential, what we were talking about, but then see for continuation scenario. So this is playing exactly in our strategy here, okay? So what I've been saying is, if this here then comes down, makes support, comes up and breaks this range, you have continuation for a potential double top or even continuation pattern. But notably, this resistance over here on the right, this resistance over here, I mean this range, will give you a beautiful formation of a topping signal, which is a heads and shoulders pattern. And that would be the perfect topping pattern for cryptocurrency, because so far we have not had a topping pattern. For those of you saying we are in the bear market, or those of you saying they're in the bear market, they're idiots. Because we have not broken structure. Structure breaks at the previous low down here. If we break under 74,000 psychological, that would break structure. Anything higher than 74,000 is just another higher low, and that's what we're getting into right now. That's what we're looking at. So this is what we're looking at in Bitcoin. Now, all of you might have a problem. I'm gonna give you guys a gift right now. I'm gonna give you a gift. I'm so excited, okay? I'm gonna give you a huge gift and huge alpha right now. So many of you are either being lied to, or you're taking your technical analysis from pure idiots. And I want you to start getting rid of the noise, but it's very hard to do if you don't have the knowledge or tools to do it. And I want to give you a shortcut. I want to give you a shortcut, but I don't want this to replace you or dissuade you from actually learning TA. I just want you to start learning how to do TA correctly. And being able to challenge and being able to see who's talking crap out there or who's actually is doing well out there. So I have been getting into AI, and when I say I've been getting into AI, no, I don't mean I just type in ChatGPT and ask it questions and it gives me the answers, but I've been getting into AI as an industry, just like I got into crypto in 2017. I've been working with AI for a while right now. And I've been testing things, learning prompt engineering and so on. And I built a couple of AIs for you guys. All right, I built an AI completely free. And no, there's no sign up, there's no email, there's no nothing like that. I'm gonna give you this for free, okay? But this will allow you to start learning and challenging people, okay? So let me show you what I've created real quick. Give me 1 second here. If we go, I have created for you the Crypto TA reality check. All right, and you can actually, there's a ChatGPT, there's a GPT on ChatGPT programmed specifically for cryptocurrency. And you can actually just upload a screenshot or upload a chart and ask what it thinks or what the markets are saying. You can say, analyze this chart from a structure first perspective. You can ask, why might this candlestick pattern fail in crypto? Or even, what would need to happen for this setup to become bullish or whatever you want to ask it, right? So I built this for you, and we're gonna test it live right now. And you can get this, you can literally get this for free. The link is in the description down below. There's no email sign up, it doesn't cost money, it will never cost money, it's yours. Happy New Year, for free, take it. Have fun with it, right? But let me show you what this can do. So let's go back to the charts over here. And let's get rid of my analysis. All right? And this is going to be weird now because if it catches me wrong, it's going to be very embarrassing, but hey, at least I built the tool. So what you do is you take a screenshot, so you can, let's say, push print screen, and you want to take the pair up here, the time frame, and so on. All right? And you want to take the screenshot. Or even better, maybe you want to go to the 4-hour. You could do it with both, basically, depending on your style. But let's go to the 4-hour since we trade off the 4-hour. And let's take a screenshot of the 4-hour here. Okay? Now, we go to the GPT, which you have for free, the Crypto TA reality check. And what we do is we click screenshot or upload a chart here. And it's probably going to ask me to actually upload it because I forgot. So I'm going to paste the chart right in the chat. Let it finish what it's saying. Blah, 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 blah. And upload it. And now it's going to analyze Bitcoin on the 4-hour for you. So while it's doing that, because it's in deep thinking mode, because it's not just ChatGPT where it just, does it like this and gives you generic. It's not news driven, it's been blocked for certain things, it only looks at crypto technical analysis, very important here, and certain things. So certain factors, certain indicators that work. So it doesn't get all the noise just using ChatGPT normally. It's actually programmed for this specifically. So let's have a look. So look, and this is what I've been saying more or less. Let me just read it all, just make sure, okay? Let's just zoom in and read this a little bit. So look, the market environment on the 4-hour Bitcoin USDT view, this is a post-sell-off consolidation, a sharp expansion down, the fast drop from the highs, followed by a range compression phase. That usually means the market is digesting the impulse, not trending cleanly right now. That's what I've been saying for a while. There's no trend right now. We're in a range. We have to wait for the break. Let's continue. structure, the chart is basically advertising a box. Now, this is talking about the factor line here, but it's giving you a few things, some information on it, since the factor line gave this. So the range low is 82,000. This is your horizontal line repeatedly defended. Your higher range is 94 to 96,000 repeatedly capped. Above that, there's a bigger overhead supply zone. It gives you supply zones, 100 to 105,000, and so on. Then it gives you the key point. Since the dump price has not reclaimed these higher highs, it's living below the private acceptance. So this is what I've been telling you. If you are right now trading or swing trading, you take your hands, you sit on them, and you wait. If you remember my last live stream, which was Monday, we did it like Sunday and Monday. Now we're going again, reminding you for those who are joining, we're now going live Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 8 o'clock EET, that's Eastern European time. If you've been watching my live streams, it's 1 hour after what I used to go live, okay? Now, it gives you price behavior. Price is oscillating inside the box. The most recent action, okay, buyers are willing to defend the lows, blah, blah, blah. It explains to you what it's doing. Candles is confirmation only. When it comes to crypto, it's giving you the wiki, 2 sides candles. It talks about the candle because candles are important. You need candles. Without candles, really, if there's a triangle, it's like this triangle here. You have Western technical analysis, portfolio management, and Eastern technical analysis. Most people just concentrate on Western technical analysis. Less people on risk management, portfolio management, and so on. That's risk-reward ratios and so on, which is most important, much more important. Less people focus on that. And then you have Eastern. No one really does it in crypto. Very few people do. I know a couple of people that actually do it correctly because most people get it wrong. This one is actually made and tailored and programmed for all 3 in crypto. Or should I say for 2 in crypto, and it gives you a little bit of the risk reward and everything as well. So, candlestick patterns need to be adapted for crypto. What works in textbooks often fails without context. Awesome. So what's missing here? What's missing is acceptance and follow-through. So it's giving you the answer here. So if people are talking shit on YouTube or anywhere else, you can actually test them with this when they're bullish and making claims. And it's telling you, look, either clean acceptance above the range, not just the wick and sustained trading level there, or clean acceptance below the range is telling you exactly how to trade this. Until you get that, this is still in a range, which I've been screaming for a while, where premature conviction tends to be chopped up. If this feels unclear, waiting is a valid position, and this is very important. And then it asks you if you want to go on and get more answers. I just gave you a tool for free. I slaved away actually making this correctly the way I wanted to correctly make it. So you can do technical analysis, learn technical analysis, and fact check every influencer out there simply by providing a screenshot, maybe a follow-up with a question or 2. And that's it, you're welcome. Get that for free. No email signups, no monkey business, no donations, no BS, no subscribe, no like. It's in the description down below. Hit the link, completely free, and you can use it. Congratulations. Well, Happy New Year again. Now, in case you are wondering what we're doing with the factor line, because yes, I'm giving this out for free, does that make the factor line more secondary? And the answer is no. Because this is designed, first of all, I just gave you a factor line chart, so it's analyzing the factor line chart, which most people don't use. Second of all, the factor line has a lot of stuff inside that's not in conventional indicators, and the way you use it is much more superior. But for those of you that have the factor line and have my course, you now have another gift. Do you think I forgot about you? You think I forgot about my factor line members? No, I got a perfect gift for you. Check this out. You, because you paid for the factor line and the course, you have now the factor line coach inside your Telegram group, the exclusive Telegram group, and in the course itself. And look, this has 2 modes. It has coaching mode and reply mode. So slash answer mode gives you straight answers, / coaching mode gives you further education. And not only can you ask questions about the factor line and how it works, you can effectively say, explain how to use a factor line in the range and market, upload the chart and give me the probabilities based on the factor line. What did I just give you as a present here? I gave you an AI that teaches you, shows you, and answers all your questions. I also got rid of you needing to hire me as a coach. I gave you an online coach for free. Why? Yes, I will lose money on coaching. Obviously, I will lose money because you don't need coaching anymore. And to be honest, that was one way I was making money. But the value here is so powerful that I just couldn't resist. Now you have a 24/7 coach. When you buy the factor line, when you buy my course, Invest, Trade, and Think Like the Crypto Factor. You have it for free. You get the factor line and you get this for free, and we're going to be expanding it more and more. This is in beta. This isn't beta. Imagine where it's going to become, where it's going to get to. I got developers working on this and everything. So now, because I just made the base and now I'm going to expand it while I learn with them. That's the funny thing. So I'm super excited. Look at me. I'm just a little kid. And if you want to check out the Invest, Trade, and Think Like the Crypto Factor, this is it. It teaches you how to invest like me, trade like me, and think like me. It gives you the factor line indicator. It gives you buy and sell zones, trend second, DSA, that's dollar swing averaging instead of dollar cost averaging, which is ultimately better in my opinion, and so on. And now it gives you, you can apply the factor line system with the built-in AI coach. You do all this stuff here. You got all the success stories. I can't wait to read the new ones. It's an expensive course. It's not a cheap course. I'm telling you right now, it's at $1,497. This is actually going to go up now towards $2,600 incrementally because, as I said, I'm going to be raising the price as I'm adding things. And as you can see, I am constantly adding to this. This is my baby. This is the best thing I've created. Check it out. Scan this code here or check out the links in the description down below. You won't be sorry. But if it's too expensive for you, if you don't have the money right now, I get it. I understand it. So I just gave you a free ChatGPT, which is the crypto reality, the crypto TA reality check. So check that out. That's for free. You can make money using that, and then you can afford the factor line and step your game up. So that's what's going on with 2026, and all this is brought to you and possible because of my sponsors, Elipal, because Elipal has sponsored some of these videos. This is an amazing crypto wallet. I actually use this crypto wallet myself, and this is my crypto wallet of choice coming into 2026. And look, I'm not joking. Look, they sent me the Elipal Titan. I already have the Elipal Titan. Look, this is not even open, and I already have it right here. I use it already, and not only that, they sent me the Elipal X card, which is awesome. I told them to give these as gifts. I already gave one of them to a friend. And look, I'm already using it for myself anyway. And I showed you that in the last video. So Elipal is an amazing wallet. Yes, you need to protect your trades. Yes, you need to know risk, reward, and portfolio management where your stop losses, but it's also very important to actually protect your crypto. You don't want crypto on exchanges right now. Exchanges are going nuts. They are now reporting and they can freeze your accounts. I don't care about the reporting. I care about the freezing. They can call it, it's all AI driven. AI can make mistakes. We've seen AI do that. So you need to be careful. You need an air-gapped wallet, something to protect your crypto, just like this one, right? You have an application on your phone. You have your wallet here. You have your machine here. Anything you have to, in order for you to make a transaction, you have to scan your phone and scan the machine. That's the only way it's going to be it's going to make a transaction. One of the safest wallets out there, no problems whatsoever so far. And if this is a bit too premium or a bit too heavy for you, you have the card where you get the machine, the thingamajiggy, you get the card, you create your seed phrase or your private keys offline. It's in the card, and then again with your application on your phone, this time instead of doing the machine, you just use the card. You just scan the card. And that's the only way you can transact, keeping the crypto safe. Anyway, I'm gonna be making a video talking all about this, actually talking about Elipal, so stay tuned for that. And give Elipal a like. Give Elipal a like here because they help you do this. Now, let's have a look at altcoins and let's have a look at your questions in the chat. So let's have a look at altcoins. And we're seeing that altcoins again are waiting for permission. So Bitcoin, it just did a move. Zcash is kind of a counter Bitcoin, but you see it's keeping these lows, it's coming back up. I was actually, it's very volatile. This is also in a range. We can look at this later on if you want. But generally speaking, altcoins look like they're waiting permission from Bitcoin. Looking at some of our favorites here as well, some of them doing really well. Looks like AI is about to make a comeback here. I'm not surprised, and I think they will. We talked about that. AI perpetual dexes and privacy tokens. But they're waiting permission from Bitcoin. Look at the weekly here, and you can clearly see the AI moves, clearly see the moves made. Zcash a bit disappointing on the weekly, but hey, everything can't be uphill for everything all the time. So, with that said, let's have a look at the chat. Let's start answering your questions. And let me know, are you enjoying this live stream? Do you like this live stream so far? Are you getting value from this live stream? Yes, I know we got a little bit off of charts for a little bit, but I wanted to give you the gift. I wanted to talk about the factor line as well because I want you to understand the difference between what one is and the other. If you don't have the factor line, if you can't afford it yet, you get the free GBT, which will help you make money to be able to afford it, hopefully. Or maybe not, maybe it's okay with you. I don't know, check it out, play around with it, go ahead. Anyway, let's get into your questions in the chat. Can you do TA on Bluefin? Yes, yes we can. Let's do it right now. So so here we are in, first of all, let's see if it's available on the factor line because it's a new one, but let's see. New Bluefin crypto spot, only this one. So it might not be the best chart because it's pretty new. So on the 4 hour, all right, on the 4 hour, it's telling you to buy here. It's fighting for a bottom range, just glancing at this. This is worrying. This is worrying right here because this, yes, it means momentum and volume, but it also means reversal in this situation. If you take the course, you'll understand why. It is gold, that's a good thing. I would wait for it to break out of this current range and maybe even this range over here. So I would wait for Bluefin. If you want to be conservative, you want to take this range over here and actually go back in time. See how it perfectly is a bottom? And it's perfectly a bottom and it breaks under and it becomes resistance. So yeah, so I would definitely wait for this resistance line right here to break before I get too confident. And that's pretty much in line with what the factor line gave you here, up here. So you have a range, you have a resistance range. Let's just extend this so you can see. Falls in line with the other candle, which is pretty awesome. So you have a resistance range over here, and you can extend this on this side as well. So we need to break that for me to get to be confident about Bluefin. Because why? Because I'm expecting if this range breaks, yes, we can come up here, but it's more than likely going to reject. And then you have to see where it's going to get support, and you want to try and buy it at support for the attempt for it to break out. The conservative way is to buy on the breakout if this becomes support. The riskier way is to buy on the, not riskier, but another play is to buy on the support establishment here, and then just buy it, and if it rejects, reevaluate, and if it goes up, stay in your trade, and then take it from there. That's what I'm seeing on Bluefin. Now, let's see, out of curiosity, I'm just going to do this for this one only. I want to see what my free chat, my free strategy is giving you. So let's do this, the free AI I created for you guys. So let's just copy this. Sorry, let me get rid of all the Let's not confuse it. Print screen. Let's not give it the answers. Let it find the answers, I mean. Because if I give it if I do my technical analysis and feed it, then you're gonna be like, Paul, oh, you just said all this, you know what I mean? So let's do that. Let's forget about the trend stacker because it's not programmed to tell you about that anyway. And let's go here and let's do, okay, what about this chart? So let this analyze this chart over here. Let's see how long it takes. Meanwhile, let's have a look at your questions in the chat. Oh, it just answered. That was pretty fast. All right, so market environment. This is bear distribution to markdown behavior, impulsive drops, weak bounces, and then continuation to lower. The far right looks like pressure right, a prolonged decline. Prices don't look up and vertically. It's starting to grind. So pretty much what I'm saying, I just want to see resistance break. Let's see. So downtrade decelerating, attempting to base, but not proven yet. Correct. Structure, a few clear structural features stand out. You can look at the features that stand out. This will help you learn, and you can look at this yourself. Guys, please, I'm not going to sit here just reading out text to you, but I'm just going to show you how powerful this is. It's giving you the price behavior. So in here, it's giving you the in-short answers. In short, support is forming, but resistance still controls the narrative. This is why I gave you the game plan I gave you. And then price behavior, it's giving you the price is currently trying to do one thing, stop going down. I agree, and that's why I wanted to break resistance. You can see that by this, this, and this. Candles, confirmations, and it tells you about the candlesticks because I believe in candlesticks. Of course, if you get my course, it goes in more depth, and the other way it goes more in depth and better trades. It gives you trades, but that's a different story. And then it tells you what's missing for you to take a decision. So there you go. So again, check out the chatbot. That way you can have answers to all your questions even when I'm not live, and just come to the live stream for extra answers and extra clarity and overall market conditions with the factor line. But you can do your own analysis. Just take a chart of any YouTuber out there, put it in there. You can even write what the YouTuber is saying and ask it to either debunk or agree with him. It's up to you. All right. Good morning. I'm glad to see the additions to the course and the AI. Yeah, Chuck. It's so powerful. How are you doing, Chuck? Happy New Year, by the way. It's super, super, super powerful. If you think the candle, the one I just showed you, the crypto TA reality chart just gave you, it was just a wow moment. Oh my God, the factor line AI is just phenomenal. I put a lot of hours into that, so many hours into that, and it just works. It just works. It even works as a FAQ, a frequently asked. No, it even works. It works as a help desk, an AI help desk. So you can ask it any questions you want about how to implement, how to work. If anything's not working on the factor line, you can ask it. It might tell you what mistakes. It is amazing. Ricky Ricard says, my toilet is 5-gallon bucket outside. My trailer roof leaks like a, and I will survive on PB sandwiches, but will be stacking sats. Awesome. Get the free tool that I just gave you, and you'll be able to stack much more effectively. Hi, Paul. This is Mr. Fred. Could you please take a look at Paul and Luna? They're doing well after. So Paul and Luna, I know Luna is doing well. Let's have a look at Paul first. And I'm only going to do USDT pairs right here in 4 hour. Paul is, yeah, so let me tell you what's going on with Paul. Then this is basically the difference between the AI and the factor line. The factor line was begging you to buy here. Look, buy, rejected, but buy, and boom. Yellow, gold confirmation, all the signals to buy here. This was a bottom formation on the factor line. You need to break this range here though. You need to break the lower range here and start trading in this range here. And then we need to reevaluate because you got the range over here, mid-range over here, and then the bottom range over here. So we want to reevaluate. We need this to give us a better picture. We want to see if this rejects. Of course, volume. This is a trend stacker, by the way. This is volume, momentum, and the more factors. This is bullish right now. If we go to the daily just for this one, just because of the way the chart looks, I'm going to do this on the daily. Yeah, much better picture. So see, it's still red on the daily. Let's just delete all this. And the reason is, it's just 10 gold on the rate daily. This is very interesting. So yeah, you could buy this. This changes things. You can buy, take a position right now in PAL, but your stop loss is under here. So if this rejects on the range, and we're going to pull out the 4 hour to see the range. I just want to see the range here. It's right at range, right here, based on this candle, this break. So this is the range I'm seeing. I have to move it up a little bit, sorry. This is the range I'm seeing. I can't get this exactly, but you get the drift. This is the range I'm seeing, and we wanted to break and make this support like so for a continuation to the upside. If it rejects, then this level must hold, or you better get out fast. So it's actually a good position to buy now. I'm glad I checked the daily for the simple reason that it's a very effective range. Now, if you want to get a little bit more in depth, you can go to the hourly. And on the hourly, it's telling you to buy. It's telling you to buy based on what I just gave you before, though. Like, make sure you watch this range, this top of the range over here. So that's PAL. So good find, very good find. And I would go with I would go with that trade, to be honest with you. I'm personally not, because I'm still waiting and I have enough altcoins and my own strategy, but everyone's strategy is different, everyone's portfolio is different, but it's a good trade. If you're trading, it might give you one of the best entries if this is a continuation. If it's not a continuation, it's very easy exit. So it's a very low risk trade, if that makes sense. As for Luna, and we're only going to look at a couple of charts. We're going to look at all charts, okay? Luna. I want these weekly live streams to be shorter than the Sundays. Luna, you're waiting. I know it pumped, but on the this is the hourly. I might have made a mistake. Sorry, give me a second. Let me just go to the 4 hour. All right, Luna. You don't want it to go under this line right now if you're taking a trade right now. But essentially what you want it to do is break above this range and make this range support in order to get in. So if you did not get in here, where the factor line told you to get in, so if you had the factor line, look, you just made this massive move here, right? And then if you didn't take profits here, you're an idiot, because it's very easy to see it up here. Double top. And then if you didn't, the factor line told you to get out here. So this was a very good trade on the factor line. So if you have the factor line, this is basically the trade. And now you're waiting to see what happens here. If this is going to be support, maybe you get support a little bit lower, but you don't want to wait for that. And you're going to wait for the breakout to get in on Luna, if that makes sense. So very good coins you spotted there. And by good, I mean interesting stories, because candles and charts, they paint a picture, they give you a story. It's kind of like music. If you look at music charts, you don't know what the hell it's saying. But if you know how to read music, the symphonies in your head, that's basically technical analysis. Tikanis, my man, Canton is going to be a monster. It's looking good, man. Let's see. If privacy takes off, Canton will be a monster, but privacy has to do well. Is your car getting stolen? No, not mine, probably the neighbors. That's why I don't give a shit. But I am building another podcast room next door. I have a gym. And I'm getting rid of the gym. I'm just keeping the bench and a couple more things. And I'm building a podcast room next door for podcasts and for different types of videos. But unfortunately, these windows I have are not double glazing, and they're balcony doors. Now you might say, Paul, why don't you just buy double glazing? Well, it's expensive in Greece. And you might be thinking, well, Paul, why you make money? Why aren't you buying expensive? Well, because we have 12 of them. 12 double and triple balcony doors in this apartment. It's a 200 square meter apartment. And the cost is quite high. And after what the markets did what they did, I don't feel like selling to do that. So it's not a priority. What is a priority is getting the other room ready, and I am experimenting with better sound and everything, not including the balcony doors, but we'll get to that later. But the biggest thing is I don't know if I'll be renting this house, or sorry, apartment out or selling it, because I feel like moving somewhere else, like with a garden where my girlfriend can go play with a dog while I'm in Dubai working and going back and forth. So it's a bit of a weird situation right now. Still in Aster. I'm still in Aster. I am still in Aster, if that's your question. You're the best. I know. Thank you very much. What about Zcash? Zcash, I talked about it earlier on. If we have a look at the charts, let's have a look at the Zcash charts. And this is what I was, so if you look at the Zcash, I gave a couple of scenarios last time. Let's see if we can remember, figure it out. I was telling you to buy at all these round circles. It went up, and I was telling you to watch out for rejection. And we're looking at either going down from here, where we were right here, going down from here and finding support. Went a little bit lower, but yeah, that's what we're expecting, support here, the blue line. Or continuation to the upside, which we didn't get. So we got the other scenario, and if you missed the live stream but you had the factor line would be like, hey, sell. See, let me get rid of all these drawings. But I was telling you that scenario, and the factor line told you, hey, guess what? Sell right here. And now we're waiting. We called this sort of range as support. Let's see if it holds. If it goes down, boom, out. If it holds and goes up, another attempt. We have to break this resistance, strong resistance here. You could play this by buying, taking profits, and so on, and getting out if it goes under in anticipation for this breaking over down here. If I stop for the indicator, you're very, 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 very welcome. How's my health? Very good. I got fat. I put on 4 kilos because I'm a fat pig, and I wanted to take a break on Christmas, and the Christmas break is lasting for 10 days, so, or more. But I tried to start today. I went on a diet today. Everything went well until I took one of my girlfriend's chocolates. Then I took her crisps, and then I took her popcorn. But she just eats a little bit of everything and leaves everything around, and you're just there and you just want to eat it. She doesn't finish something. So there's a little bit, like, and then there's like packet, and it just drives you nuts. Anyway, so today was another failed attempt. I will try again tomorrow. If all else fails, my red line is Monday. Monday's my red line. Monday, I have to start going back to gym. I have to start doing Muay Thai again because I left both of that. I didn't do anything, and I have to start my diet. So if all else fails, that's my red line, okay? My TA on my diet and so on. Sorry, what about Zcash? I just explained. Zcash definitely, I don't care. I don't care about news. And maybe that added volatility to the price. It's very possible. But you could see that in the charts. A lot of people might have known already. The only way to see it is in the charts. Show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. Because there's no way to predict this news anyway. There's news for the masses and news for the classes. We only get the news for the masses. The people in the know already acted on this. So the best chance is TA. Chart ETH. Let's chart ETH real quick. So we charted ETH last time, and I told you guys, oops, sorry, give me a second here, that this was resistance over here, and we had to see if it's gonna come up, meet there, and reject, and it looks like it rejected for now, but we said it might hold support. It looks like it did hold support, and the factor line is telling you to buy for a swing trade. So effectively, the factor line is telling you to buy here. Stop loss is under this candle, very easy trade. And what you're doing is you're trading up, taking profits, and if there's a continuation, you're either rebuying or playing the rest of your amount to this line up here, which is rejection again, and that's when we're going to reevaluate. So that's ETH in a nutshell, overview, not TA. Obviously, TA takes a lot longer. Well, I'm learning from the best. By the way, you didn't recognize me. It's Fred. Hey, Fred, what's up, man? So Fred has our Beam nodes. He's our IT guy, and he has our Beam nodes, which you can actually delegate to. I have videos on YouTube on how to do that. Just search for Beam on the factor line. Oh, sorry, the crypto factor. Anyway, there you go. Quick recap. We're still in the range. We're looking at a range. Altcoins are waiting for permission on Bitcoin. You now have a free tool to either use to learn technical analysis or give you some answers for further research. You have that link in the description down below. You can also use it to challenge all the YouTubers and so-called TA analysts out there. Take their charts, put it in there, and see what it says, and let's see if it agrees or calls them out. So you have that. And if you are members of the Factor line or the Invest Trade and think like the Crypto Factor group, then you also have that much more advanced AI as well as the indicator and so on. And you can check that by scanning this code right here and see if it's for you. Don't forget Elipal Wallets for sponsoring this video. Thank you, Elipal. Love you all so much. My wallet of choice, not just by saying that, I'm actually showing that. And there you go. I'll see you live again, same time, same place on Sunday. Okay? Take care. Thank you very much. Love you all. Bye-bye.